Guys, tonight you're only going to see a portion of my body because I'm going to be canning, and I think the canning is more important. These are the bottles. I've already sanitized the inside and the lids. The bottom ones, don't put in the dishwasher. Don't reuse them because you can only use them once. So I'm going to clean them in. I have vinegar and lukewarm, not hot. You don't want to deactivate. You just want them to go in there. See? Swirl them around. I'm going to swirl them around, and then I'm going to lay them right here. Okay. I washed them some and let them dry, and there's the other ones. And I'm going to start canning. The beginning of canning. Hey guys, I have a pan with water up to at least about this much. So I'm going to start it because I want this to boil because we're going to blanch the tomatoes. You have an old time. Remember when your grandma, they used to light with those. I have some. Watch. A blast from the past. Matches are wood. They saw these and I was like, oh my god. And they work perfectly. Found them at the store. But nowadays you have this. Okay, so we're gonna. Oh man, nothing wants to work today. Okay, so what we're gonna do. Remember the tomatoes? I showed them. We are gonna cut the core out. So I will be back in a second. TishsDishs. I'll be back once this gets to a boil because this has to be super hot. So I'll be back and let's record them. Okay, be right back in a little bit. TishsDishs. Yahoo! Mountain Dew. Okay, guys. Okay, you probably say, how do you core a tomato? Okay, so all you're gonna do is take as much as you can of the inner middle side out. You know, it should just come right on out. See? If you want to go further in and get more out, you can. So that's how you take the core out. So I have 6 more to go. These are, what kind of tomatoes are these? Heirloom. So a friend of ours gave it to us, and we do have tomatoes growing, but we have some certain dog that's a vegetarian and gets them before I can even get them. So let's continue on, and we're waiting for the water to get hot. TishsDishs. Yahoo! Mountain Dew. Okay, subscribe. Come on, subscribe. Okay, let me show you something. This is pretty cool. If you need a starter kit, in which I recommend because it has a lot of key things you need in there. See, and it shows you everything that it has in there. And I'll show you as we go on. Sorry, the thing's moving around. Let's open it. So it gives you, this is what you'll put the cans on if you don't have one of those cooling racks. And then it has everything you need in here. Everything. So I need these little jars for my tomato sauce because I don't have that many tomatoes. So if you find a starter kit, get that because it pretty much cuts the cost down from buying each thing individually. So you can go to a store that has that kind of stuff. So, and they're not that expensive. I think this cost me less than $20. I'd say probably cost me $11. So, okay, guys. Get a starter kit. Let's start going. Let's rock and roll. And these bottles have been sanitized, so okay. See you in a second. Tishes, dishes. Bye. Hey, I am back. So, what I see, I took all the cores out. So they're right here in the middle. I took the seeds out. So those are there. They're getting ready. It still needs a little bit more to warm up. So what I'm going to do is in my jars, I'm going to put not a whole clove, maybe a half, because I'm going to be using this size. Since I don't have that one, I may make two. So we're going to take it. Sheesh, this is hard. Really, cut on the top. Don't get the cut into the clove because then it'll dry out. Sheesh, it must be a weekly. Okay, take this off. Híjole, I say. Grandma would be like, what the heck? Oh, that one. Sheesh, that was all. I got over everything. Let's just move it to the side. I don't want it to fall off because it's the hardest thing to get off a counter. Then you have to, it goes on the floor and then you have to clean it. Okay, so I'm gonna, can you all see me? Cut the end off. See, this is a big one. This will be a little overwhelming for the turns. Yeah, okay. Let's see if I can. Having problems with this darn garlic. Ooh, it smells really good too. Very fresh, you can tell. This is really cool. You know, like the garlic, if you have a place that you want to grow some garlic, son of a gun, I'm gonna have some fun. Pulling this down. There we go. Oh, because it was like 2 in 1. He was a smash hit from day one. In the 40s, 50s, 60s, almost always you go see a double feature. Usually I could take this off really fast because I hit it because I want it like little dice. But this is going to go into our boiling can. So, one. And I think you can see those. Okay, so oh, this is like 3s already. This is like, you don't want to put too much garlic in it because it's going to be marinating in it. Maybe that's 1. Okay. I guess. See how big that is? I think that would be big enough for that little teeny thing. And we'll cut these in. I'll cut this into like 1, 2. Okay. Maybe I'll just jack that one out. Okay. This smells so good. 1. 2 little ones. 2 little ones. One. Let's do 2, 3. Okay, so each one gets an extra piece. And of course I drop it. Of course I really drop it. There it is. Make sure there's not any of the funky stuff on here. There. All 4 of them got one. Okay. Ooh. Stuff is. Okay. So what I just did is I got 1 clove, which is pretty big, and I cut it into 4 equal parts to each one of these. I'm waiting for the water to boil. Now turn it up a little higher. And then we're going to put, then I'll come back and show you what I do with the tomatoes. Okay, hi, Tish's Dishes. Okay, this is salt. This is special soap that I like to use. See it? It's like flaky. I got it because I bought it because it was on. They're trying to get rid of it, so I was like, I'll take it. They're teasing me the other day. They call me the TishsDishs who. So I'm gonna put it's a half of a teaspoon. I don't want to put too much in there because I don't want it to be too salty. I'm gonna put a little bit. I don't know if I want to put that much in there. Looks like it might. No, it'd be okay. Well, you can put as much salt as you like. So. That's where it's gonna fall. This is a wholesaler. Okay. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. There's actually quite a large collector base for this type of a weapon. Okay, so not there yet. So we're waiting for the water to boil. See you in a second. TishsDishs, subscribe. Okay, it's boiling, so I'm gonna put them in. Ooh, be careful you don't like burn your hands. So just use something to put them in. This is you can. And then the whole head, it looks like it has been repainted. There wouldn't be these oversprays. I mean, for the most part, it looks pretty original. There is some evidence of what it's boiling. Okay, it's boiling. You see the little things floating around? That's from the core of the tomato. Okay, it's starting to boil. So as they'll pop to the top. See, one already is going to pop to the top when they're ready to be taken out. See, one popped up. So they should be popping up all soon. And then they're ready to take out. Okay, TishsDishs, subscribe. See how they're starting to float to the top? Means they're almost ready to come out. So we have a few more that needs to pop to the top, and then we take them all out together so that so we don't have any problems with like taking the skin off. We have some, and then so I just rather all of them pop up because there's not that many. But if there was a lot more, then I would have another idea, but we have just a few, so I'm just waiting a few more. Okay, I'm back. I got my water from my refrigerator. I'm gonna put it over here so it stays cold. And I put ice in there and I let it sit in there, so I didn't have to use that much ice. So they all floated to the top. So let's start putting them in. 1, 2. Try to take all the water out. Don't want any of the hot water in there. 3. So okay, so they're all in here, letting them chill out. Chill. Yeah, the water's still nice and cool. So I'm gonna let them chill out for a little bit, and I'll be back to show you what I do next. TishsDishs. I'm gonna turn this off like that. Okay, I did one of them. I'm gonna do another one. See, I made a lot of juice, which is okay. That's totally fine. But you know what we forgot? Gotta put at least. Let's put from 5,000 to 150,000 miles. Let's put a teaspoon. I don't know that big of a. So I'm gonna put a teaspoon in. This is, you could use citrus, they sell it, or you can use lemon juice. If you're not using 100% lemon juice, then 24/7 roadside assistance, courtesy towing, and rental reimbursement at no additional charge. Plus, with CarShield's nationwide coverage network, you can choose the mechanic or dealership of your choice, no matter where you are. You have to call CarShield. Yeah, you do. Give CarShield a call today before it's too late. Remember, CarShield cars go far. Protect yourself now against expensive auto repair bills. Call CarShield for a free and instant protective plan. Once your car breaks down, that's actually what preserves it. So, okay, let's get another one. I'll probably all swollen. Should have done it like right away. So you peel it off. See? Peels off. See how easy it peels off? Some is peeling off a little too much, but it's okay. This one had a little opening to it. If you or a mother has been diagnosed with lung cancer, so this is going to make tomato sauce. See, these tomatoes, I knew the top would be the hardest to come off. It's okay. We're doing it. After decades of legal experience, it's a hard tomato to work with. So, $1 billion in total settlement. Yes. Our professionals are here to help you recover the compensation you and your family deserve. This is a super duper. It's not like a real, like, you know, the tomatoes you get there. The other ones? Okay, let's see how I'm going to take this off. I'm probably going to have to. And I thought about doing that when I was. It looks all messy, how I'm like, yeah, look at it, she looks around. Yeah. See, that didn't want to come off. So let's just dice it. Let's move all the sauce back into the middle, Let's dice it. Okay. So this is what I'm going to do. A little cosita, put it in like that. So, okay, move these over here, these scraps. It's really, really healthy to have. There we go. It's a little messy, but okay. Okay, I think we might have put a little too much in. No, we didn't. I have another little cosita. Well, I think where I put in right now is perfect amount. It's underneath the lid, so when I boil it, it'll have room to expand. Okay, so that's one. So I have 2, 3, 4 more to go. So I'll be back. Tish's dishes. So you'll see what I do next. And I gotta clean up this juice. Okay, bye. Okay, see, what I did is, since we had the 4th glass canning jar, I just put a clove of each from it and put a little bit more lemon, 100% lemon. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these upside down in the water. See? So and it's warm, not hot. So it can create a still. So, okay, there's usually a little cosita that you go and you put it on there. It's pretty puro fancy, but I don't have one, so I'm just gonna take it out, shake it, and put it on my can. Okay, shake it, put it in my can. Last one. Shake it in my can. Okay. See, they should all be pretty even. Then I'm going to put this on there and screw it on. And when you want to do is you want to screw it on. You don't want to make it like super duper tight. And I'll show you. Let me put the camera on the other side and we'll go from there. And I'll show you. Tish's Dishes, subscribe. Okay, so we put the lids on, and you just gotta make sure they're on correctly, because you know sometimes they can go on crooked. Okay, so I'm just gonna tighten it just like that. Boop. Okay, it's tight. See, you don't want it to go. It's really tight, so it's tight. Because it has to build some pressure, and then see when you saw it has room for it to expand. There's this little cosita that I have. Hold on, this thing tells the depth, gives you the depth of like the can, how far it's down. So mine's about down like about that much, so it has room to expand. I know of somebody that was a professional canner probably get mad at me that they just saw me do, but who cares? There's a third one. So remember, just tighten it till it's tight, but not like it's like too tight. So you know you can tell it's that tight. Okay, now we're gonna put this in a bath water for 40 minutes to cook. So I'll be right back. I'll show you what I'm gonna do. Okay, guys, I'm back. So last time we were talking, I was filling a pot with water. It was too small, so I have my pressure cooker that my um, other pressure cooker right here, and it has the bottom base to it, so I didn't have to use that other thing. So I'm gonna lift it up, each one, and put it into the water bath. I'm just gonna separate them away from each other. Okay. Now, I'm gonna make sure they're apart. Okay, now I'm gonna let them cook for at least, so some people let them cook for 10 minutes, 15, but if I wanted to cook inside, I am going to probably let it cook for at least half an hour to 40 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna set my timer. Okay guys, TishsDishs, see you in a little bit. Bye. Okay, see, you can see the little bubbles coming out, so it's letting the pressure out. So you have to leave like a little gap on the top so that in case it has some overflow, so it can, if it has to lift up. Okay, so I set my timer for 30 minutes and I'll take them out then, and you'll see what I do. TishsDishs, subscribe. Canned tomatoes. Bye, TishsDishs. Hey guys, I'm gonna take them out of the water now. Turn it off. With my handy dandy can taker outer. I don't know what you call it. See. Okay. Okie dokie. I don't like let that one drop. I just do it. Expert at this. Probably hold it like 2, 3. Okay, some water on it. Wait, down off the water. Okay, now we'll hear it pop as it cools. It's supposed to go boop. It's gonna take a while, so what I will do is once it cools off, I'll come back after it pops. Okay, TishsDishs, subscribe. Bye. Okay guys, I'm done with my tomato sauce. I put tomato sauce and I dated it. Those tomatoes only made 3 small ones, which is okay. That's okay. Okay. So easy to make, so. Okay guys, this is TishsDishs canning tomato sauce. So, subscribe. Come on, subscribe to TishsDishs and learn how to can as well. I can can. I gotta show you some other things that I do too, so. Tomato sauce, yahoo!